Hey folks, Alex Thiersch here. I have in my hand the agenda from the San Jose AmSpa Medical Spa and Aesthetic Bootcamp that we're going to be at in, I think, about 10 days. San Jose, get ready, here we come. But as I was looking at it, what I wanted to do was take a second and talk to you about our boot camps, specifically those of you obviously who haven't been, and tell you a little bit about them, because I think it's we talk a lot about sending people to the boot camps, and we ask you to come, and we think it's great. And what I've noticed in thinking about it is that we haven't really taken the time to really dive a little bit deeper into why you should come and why we think it's the best boot camp in the history of all boot camps, which it is. In all seriousness, though, when we started these boot camps, I think it was probably 3 years ago now, which is kind of frightening when you think about it. But I have been to a bunch of the conferences. I've been to AES, VCS, a lot of the surgical conferences, and they're great. And they have these practice management sessions that are also fantastic. But what I thought was, in attending these conferences, that there was a need for a more in-depth level of instruction. So not just 15, 20-minute, 12-minute snippets where you get bits and pieces from various speakers, which is great for what it is. We wanted to do something a little bit deeper. So we developed these boot camps. What they're meant to be is in-depth, deep dives into various subject matter. So it's not just you're going to get a few people talking about marketing, how to get patients, how to retain patients. We actually go very, very deep into the business aspects of running an aesthetic practice. Because let's be honest, doctors are great people. They do wonderful things. Most of them and most of you are not great business people. What we know also is that med spas are very, very particular and distinct businesses, and they take a very, very specific skill set to run them. So we decided to launch these boot camps, and what we do is we really go deep into each individual subject, and we walk you through the entire process, so start to finish. Are you going to open? How much money do you need? Where do you get that money? Where does that money go to? How do you develop a proper business plan? How do you find out what exact market you want to go after? How do you do market research? How do you figure out that niche? The riches are in the niches, so to speak. So how do you figure out what that is? All these things that go into deciding how you're going to open, that's what we teach you how to do. We go into legal structure. Obviously, the whole legal structure of aesthetics is the reason we exist, and we spend 2 hours on the different structures you can do, what basic rules you have to watch out for, what the rules of the road are. And that's very important because you cannot open and operate a med spa unless you're compliant legally. We go into things like hiring and firing. How do you hire a good team? I'll tell you what, according to the AmSpa study, the number one concern of med spas is hiring and firing the right people. It's very difficult to find the right people, and we teach you in this boot camp how to go about finding the right people. Obviously, digital marketing, our friends at Crystal Clear, talking to you, Tim, they give a 90-minute presentation on digital marketing, and it's just a fantastic talk on all sorts of things. So in addition to that, we bring in successful med spa owners to talk about what they've done right. So when you leave, the goal is, and I don't want to talk too much because I don't want to give away the whole thing, but the goal is for you to leave with a guidebook, a handbook on how to open and run a successful medical practice. And it's not just for people who want to own. Many of the people who come to our boot camps run aesthetic centers, they're plastic surgeons, they're practice managers, and they just want to get that extra incentive, that extra edge, and we provide that. So I highly ask and invite for you to check out our agenda, which is online or linked like right here, and check it out. We bring in some great speakers too. We're not just we don't have people come in who haven't done it before. These are people who have really taken the time to actually run and operate a med spa. They know what they're talking about. We are all over the place. We're in San Jose, then we're going to Atlanta, Chicago in October, Atlanta in November. Next year, we're getting ready to release our entire schedule for next year's boot camp, so they're going to be all over the place. So keep an eye on that. If you have any questions, of course, contact us at americanmedspa.org or call us today. What am I forgetting? Nothing. Come to the boot camp. See you there. Bye.